You guys ready to talk about awakening? I don't know about you, but now all of a sudden I can't not talk about it. So we're going to talk about it now. If you are a spiritual awakener and you have any interest in interior design and being a beauty maker, then you have come to the right place. I was a struggling, insecure, perfectionist, control freak with ADHD and 2 young children trying to start and run my interior design business. And I'm going to tell you something. If I had not found my way to spiritual practices and intentionally setting myself up for aligning with the divine every day before I head out to work, I can tell you that the struggling $50,000 a year business I had when I first started for the first few years would never have turned into a $4 million company. And it is all because of my commitment to my personal growth and my spiritual growth. And if you don't have a practice online, I'm here for you. This channel is for you. If you are a mom, if you are a wife, if you are an interior designer, if you are a boss lady, if you have ADHD, if you are a health nut, if you are a seeker. I've got so much intel and I cannot wait to share it with all of you. And so I want to tell you the 5 things that I do every morning, not necessarily in this order, but I wake up in the morning. I have taped my mouth closed at night. When I get up, I immediately put on a channel called Giving Voice to the Wisdom of the Ages. It's a whole bunch of recordings that are geared towards spiritual awakening, and they are throwing down some old school metaphysics, like from the 20s and 30s, like these people that were really starting to bring in kind of some of the ancient wisdoms and the ancient teachings. And this guy has recorded hundreds of hours of Joshua Ben Joseph channelings, of metaphysical books. So go there, try that out. Some people don't like his voice, I do. The second thing is after I listen to that for about an hour and I have my coffee with lion's mane, because that's good for the telomeres on the end of your nerve endings, keeps those nerves wiring together, is that I take my coffee and I go sit in my chair. And if you have kids, like I did when I was first starting this out, you have to get up early. And I know that we're all tired, but if you don't get up and apply some practices to fill your cup before you start trying to take care of other people, you're just going to end up like I was, resentful, exhausted, feeling like you can never catch up, chasing after. So you got to sit down and start with your breath work. I have a list on Divine Hustler Spotify. I have a lot of great playlists on there, by the way. I have a spiritual playlist, which I put on and I start meditating. And I use my breath work to go all the way down into my belly and get really still and really quiet. Some days it's 10 minutes. Some days I go out into the field for an hour. It's crazy. The next thing I do is I go out into my backyard and I wait for the sun to rise and I get sunlight in my eyes and I jump on my rebounder. If I have time, I head down to my network care practitioner. It's network spinal analysis. And it is a form of chiropractic care, but it's not. It's more like energy work. And I'm telling you, I've been doing that for about 13 years. It was a huge investment for me to make when I first started, but money well spent. I have awakened my Kundalini and I can get into ecstatic states of bliss for hours, if not days at a time from doing all these practices. So if you're ready to take your spiritual growth seriously and you need a big sister or an auntie or the mom you never had, I'm your gal. Send me a DM and let me know if you have any questions about spiritual awakening. I've got your back.